Hey there guys, welcome back to NIMBY Rails. Today we're going to be building up the East Coast Main Line to Darlington, except I'm going to start in Darlington and go down to York again because I feel like that's going to be easier once I work out what's going on here with these platforms. So, first things first, there's some bay platforms over here. They're in. Then we've got two what appear to be extremely long. Oh wait, no, I'm really misjudging the size of this station. Okay, the bay platform's all the way up here. That feels more accurate, honestly. I have all the platforms end sort of in line with each other. That means these continue to. Realistically, it's meant to continue to about there, but I'll make it 500 meters. That feels reasonable. And the other one could be similar length. And then just give it the name Darlington. It's a really weirdly laid out station. So I'll just bring in the loop lines on either side. Which act as a bypass for the station. But then there's also just straight up a bypass. That's what gets me a bit, I think. Confuses me slightly. I'm not building out the north of Darlington today, except I might end up doing it anyway. But we're meant to be focusing on the south side. So, if I come down here and bring the East Coast Main Line, currently 2 tracks, in, that comes into the bypass. That's all fine. I then consider this line in off the Tees Valley line, apparently. That becomes single track into a junction sort of there-ish. And it needs to spit out into the double. Make that look nice. Then here there's a switch over. Facing points, not ideal for high-speed lines, but apparently it exists. And then another switch over. Trailing points, more ideal for high-speed lines. Right. Now that that's in, here we have a line off into a loop. That can stay there for now. Then we have double line off, that's going up to the station. And I'm not going up nearly quickly enough. So, the inside line needs to run up to there. The outside line needs to run up to there. And that's what I mean by not being nearly quick enough. If I try and give myself some more space. Try and make that curve a bit nicer, basically. Off this track, we come into the 2 bay platforms. This is a really weird layout for a station. I will be the first to admit. I've never totally understood Darlington. I think the thing is, Darlington made an awful lot of sense back when it was first built, because there was an awful lot of freight through here. And it's just one of those few stations in the country that never really got changed after that. So it still looks like that, even though it's really unnecessary now. So then there is a line off that loop that comes down here into seemingly just a couple of sidings, honestly. One there and one there. There is a turntable there, but well, there's a turntable, but there's not actually a line connecting to it anymore, so I don't see the need to put the turntable, honestly. There's a line out there which just gives access to some more little spurs which could only hold a loco. But I'll build them. Then there's also a line across here. There we go. Sorted. I'm not going to build the top side of the station today. I will leave that for another time because that gets a bit more complicated up there. I'm just going to quickly look at my map and see how it is all laid out. Okay. I think the next step is going to be to build Northallerton Station, then build the track between the two. Which means finding Northallerton Station. Let's go back and look at another map. Okay then. So, zooming in on the middle of Northallerton, it looks like this is it. Right here. Probably best to give myself quite a bit of length. We'll do a full 400 metre station. Northallerton. Out the top we have a line up here. Whereabouts is the river in relation to everything? There. Okay, the other one comes to the tunnel, so that's fine. And then I mysteriously seem to sort of head across the middle of that housing estate, by the looks of it. And up here. I just assume it's going to go straight. Okay. There's also a line over here that curves round. And this is what I was talking about, why mysteriously goes underneath. Seems to tunnel under. And then we'll work out what happens with that in a minute. I'll just realign it slightly. Then there is yet another line, comes off there, bridges that stream, and that comes off here, so a bit earlier, starts the other side of the road. There's a crossover between the two running lines, and then this curves out to there. I'm going to shift that this way a little bit to give myself some more length for the crossover. That's better, I think. Curve that out a bit. Then the other line comes out there, like so. There's also a junction off there into what is just some sidings somewhere. That somewhere is here. So 1, 2. I was a bit thrown there because my points are actually an entire block too late along the roads. They're meant to be sort of back here, I think. I've kind of got the station on places because the station has staggered platforms. So the up platform is in the right place, the down platform is too far north. But there's not a lot I can do about that. There's the 3 sidings. Out the south end of Northallerton, it gets a little more complicated. I'll come back to that in a second. I imagine Yarm is quite a way away. Yeah, it is. It's all the way up here. So I'm not going to build up to Yarm today. I'll just build the last junction. So if I bring this line up to there, that's far enough. Bring off into there, and then a nice simple switch over. For some reason they like doing these, just in case you need it. It's there. Then the East Coast Main Line. Time to have some fun with that. That's not what I wanted. So how far do you reckon I can take it while it's still obvious where it goes? Do you reckon it comes down there? I don't, honestly. I reckon it curves this way. What place is this? This is Croft-on-Tees. Let me find that on my map. As much as I thought I was wrong, I think I'm actually right. Yeah, it does come across the river over here. And then it curves around this. I'll just massive viaduct it, that's going to be easiest. It does come through that gap. So we'll realign that again. Sorted. So it'll come through there, that's obvious. Up there, up here, and into that. It comes through that gap in the river to connect there. So that's all aligned. Then we just need to get it from here. That's where it becomes a little less obvious how it works. I think my best bet is going to be straight line it as much as possible to connect it up. There we go. Because it is pretty much a straight line. So, now, if I'm not mistaken, there is one more station, Thirsk, to get in. So, where are you, Thirsk? Somewhere in here. Let's have a look at the map. And the track diagram. So it is all 4-track from here, so that's nice. Thirsk, whereabouts are you in relation to the town itself? Out this side. Over here. There we go. There's a double track through the middle. And a single track either side. That off there, flip. That off there, flip. That from there, flip. And that from there, flip. Give it its name, Thirsk. And then I need to try and come south out of Northallerton, so we'll go back up there. We'll get all my tracks together. That's happened by here. There's a 4-track and another 4-track. So, this from there, and that parents off the same node. Just to make it so I can build all 4 tracks at once, as I have now learned. There we go. I can bring those tracks north, which is kind of maybe what I want to do. Yeah, they sort of come north. At some point one of them breaks off. That happens about here. So if I just delete the rightmost node. Is it that one that breaks off? No, it's not. Ignore me. All 4 continue. The leftmost is breaking off around here, actually. That's what's happening. Then we drop down to 2. That's the thing that happens there. And those 2 are the ones that go ahead and connect up to there. So have a set of points out from that line and a crossover for some reason. Trying to do this from the map when I really don't know the layout of the area is really difficult. There's a connecting line all the way down here. It connects on there, comes out as a separate track, runs parallel until it curves off and round and underneath and into that. That looks fine. Then the other track from here pulls out and runs down and connects in. Then there's a junction to deal with. Some complicated stuff. Once we get down to sort of here-ish, you can get from there over to here, and here over to there. Can you get off? No, I was thinking, can you get off the rightmost track onto the second right track? But no, you cannot. There is no capabilities for that. So now we just bring the 4 tracks down towards Thirsk. That should be simple enough, he says. Bring it through there. And round. And then I need to go and look at Thirsk and see what's going on junction-wise. So, we'll start off, I think, just by bringing the 4 tracks in. That's going to be easiest. They all connect in. That's not too difficult. Then, up here, we have off the middle track, well, between the 2 middle tracks, right to left. And that cannot be it. No, it's not. Right the way up here, there's a set of points off. And after that, there is outside to middle. This comes off into forming a couple of sidings. Really, it's unclear how many. I'm going to go with 2. I know they will never be used, so it doesn't really matter. Then we're going to go down to York and bring the track up from York into the other side. So what I'm going to do with that is give it a look-see. There is technically a crossover halfway along, but no. We're after Skeleton Bridge, so I don't need to deal with that junction. So all that I need to deal with is getting the nodes parented correctly, which they are currently not. Just bring that up, parent it from there. 10. Sorted. No, don't do that. Okay then. We continue building up this way. 200 miles to Edinburgh side, apparently. Into that gap. And onwards. I'm just going to straighten this bridge up, because it really wasn't. But that's better. And then it is pretty much a straight line. The good thing about the East Coast Main Line, I hadn't really done this line the original time I went through the UK. pre 1.2. I'd done a lot of the West Coast Main Line, but that one, while it has faster trains on it, is more wiggly and windy. The trains were specifically designed to tilt so that they could cope with those curves. Whereas the East Coast Main Line was built straight as much as possible. How do I get across there? Where are we? North of Aln. Let's have a look at it on a map. Does mean finding Aln on the map. Have we crossed the river? No, that's what I'm trying to cross, I think. I think I crossed it up there. Okay then. I guess we're going to need some viaducts. So there's one. Get the 350 speed limit. Oh yes, there's a gap to go through. Pull that down a bit. And then through another gap and viaduct across that river. 50. Keep it straight. Curve it slightly to get through there. And then bring it along the side of that wood. We should be almost there at this point, I would have thought. Yeah, we're not too far away. Over that road, through the gap. Across the river. And I need to get through that gap, which means I should probably be on this side of that. All things considered. If I pull the map back up to Thirsk so I can see what I'm doing. Well, I know what I'm doing really. I'm starting off by once again just bringing in the individual tracks, like so. Then we work out the junction. So back here, there are switches across like so, from the inside to the outside tracks. There we go. Let's make that a bit nicer. That's not it. I know that's... Oh, that is it. Okay. Fair enough then. We're done. I thought there was a couple more junctions, but no. That's a nice, reasonably length stretch we've done there. 3 stations. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed and want more, and I'll catch you in the next one.